Wafula Chebukati, and the returning officer for the presidential election this year, 2022, members of the commission, my friends and distinguished colleagues in UDA and the Kenya Kwanza fraternity, dear Kenyans, I'm delighted this morning to receive the certificate that will allow Kenya Kwanza and myself to participate with my very able deputy in this year's general election. Mr. Chairman and our returning officer, I want to say in this podium that Kenya Kwanza has confidence in the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. We are confident that you are up to the task. I also want to commit that my team in Kenya Kwanza and I will work with you diligently so that we can have a credible, free, fair, democratic, and verifiable election. Anytime you need our cooperation or in any way our support, Mr. Chairman, I want to tell you we are available. I have appointed responsible, professional ladies and gentlemen to be our liaison between Kenya Kwanza and IEBC. Professor Kithure Kindiki, who is here, will be our chief agent, assisted by Veronica Maina and Josephat Nanok. These are the ladies and gentlemen who will work with you, making sure that the communication, the relationship between us as candidates and the IEBC is useful, is helpful in making sure that we run the length and breadth of this election without hitches. We are looking forward to working with you. I want to ask all our supporters across the country that this is a moment of our lifetime and we must do everything to protect it from violence, from unnecessary sideshows. We must keep our eyes on the ball and avoid unnecessary engagements and being sidetracked or being engaged in unnecessary shouting matches and contests that are outside the focus on the election that we are focused in. I want to ask all our Kenya Kwanza supporters, the UDA supporters, and all our affiliate parties in Kenya Kwanza to focus on the imminent win that God will grant us in this election. Mr. Chairman, we are committed to the code of conduct that we have signed to keep this election above board. We are confident in your stewardship and that of IEBC in the elections of 2022. Let me also finally say, Mr. Chairman, we will, as and when we come across issues, we will forward them to you in a formal manner so that we can address any issue that may come along the way as we go to this election. And let me also say that on behalf of Kenya Kwanza, we do not want to be favored. We want to be treated fairly, like everybody else. We are not asking for what is more than is fair, and that is a right to us. Respectfully, we want to request our friends in the fourth estate, the media. We want to request them to be fair. So far, we have been treated unfairly by some media houses. We respect the decision of whatever media house to have a candidate in this election. We respect their decision, but they should be decent and declare that they have a candidate in this election. I think it is the most decent thing to do. We have raised these concerns, and through you, Mr. Chairman, we want to raise these concerns. The IEBC has a duty to make sure that there is a level playing ground for all participants in these elections. All candidates should be treated fairly. When some media houses, like for example Citizen, they give our competitors 10 minutes of airtime, and they give us 1 minute. I mean, it flies in the face of integrity and fairness and balance. You know? When Daily Nation and Inooro and Kameme do whatever it is they are doing, we have no problem with them taking whatever position they take, but they should be honorable and say, in this election, they have chosen a side, so that as Kenyans watch their news, as citizens read their headlines, and as Kenyans listen to their issues, they should be informed that these are media houses that have taken sides. Let me repeat again, we have absolutely no problem with them taking any side. But they should be fair and honorable and decent and declare so. Recently, we are being told about a presidential debate, and we have raised concerns. Yes, I saw yesterday, they told us that this is a podium, or this is a platform that is supposed to assist the people of Kenya to understand the candidates and their issues and their ideas, and so that Kenyans can choose on the basis of information and knowledge. But to be fair, if the presidential debate is being organized by a media that has taken sides, by people who already have skewed the playing field in favor of one side, what moral authority do they have to ask the rest of us who are not their candidates to attend a pre-arranged, pre-rigged presidential debate? I mean, surely, ladies and gentlemen, it's not too much to ask. We're just asking for fairness. If you have decided to choose a side, organize a presidential debate for that side. Don't expect us to come and sanitize a debate that you have already skewed with the coverage of your news. I think we're just asking to be treated fairly. And we have absolutely no problem with whatever you do. We already have to surmount huge challenges. We already have the so-called deep state. We already have the so-called system. We don't mind any other hurdles. We've overcome those before. We will overcome it again. Finally, yes, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Finally, let me again repeat that as Kenya Kwanza, we are going into this election with a lot of clarity, and we will work with all Kenyans. And I want to ask the people of Kenya to participate in this election, whichever side you are. Know that this is our country. It is our responsibility to keep it safe, to keep it peaceful, all of us, irrespective of who you want to vote for or irrespective of which side you belong. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Just want to say that, as you rightly point out, you have now signed the Electoral Code of Conduct, and the party has also ascribed to the same. Now, the Electoral Code of Conduct places responsibility on the candidates and the parties to conduct themselves with a decorum as you go on with your campaigns. There are penalties for failure to observe the Electoral Code of Conduct. And we also expect, it also clearly says that candidates must acknowledge the authority of the Commission in the conduct of elections. That is clearly spelled out in the Electoral Code of Conduct. And also candidates should implement orders and directions of the Commission and publicly condemn violence and intimidation and avoid use of hate speech. So as you go out to campaign, and this is for all candidates, please observe the Code of Conduct, ensure that the statements you make don't cause are not likely to cause hatred among the citizens or any kind of action that may lead to violence. From time to time, you have said you have a team that will be working with our team. But from time to time, as a returning officer, I require candidates to attend 1 or 2 meetings personally. Yes, so when I call for a meeting, please ensure you come because it's for the good of the preparation of the elections. Otherwise, I wish you well and my team. And as you rightly pointed out, we are committed. We keep an open door policy. If there are issues, please contact us, see us. We don't want to see in the media that IEBC is not doing this and this. We want you engage us, and then we shall respond. Otherwise, all the best of luck as you go around.
Thank you.